And we're back.
So, who'd y'all murder?
Nobody yet. What? Nobody was murdered. I feel like that's the wrong term. We had a duel with somebody.
Well, I mean, a duel is usually two people. It was more of a.
No. Duels are as many people as it takes.
Just want to clarify that you're talking about my in-game murders and not my out-of-game murders before I incriminate myself.
Yes.
It's your in-game.
Oh, okay, good. Yes, all the murders.
It's all of the murdering happening. We arrived at the orcish out camping, whatever it was really called. We snuck our way in through the back door using some trickery and magic. We then annihilated an entire floor of people before we met some people, told them we were here to fight the boss, and they just let us in.
Yeah, you guys were totally allowed just to walk on in and fight him whenever you felt like it.
Yeah, no, yep. And then we then fought as a group the giant dragon pet, saurian pet of the war chief.
Has Rare had no spells for both fights?
And then we took an hour break and fought the war chief. We won barely. We got 2 pieces of loot for him before his daughter and their followers took him away. And then we left.
I stole some extra loot.
And they're going to kill a bunch of dwarves that were in the middle, that were surrounded by them. And we walked away. We were at a campsite. A random goblin came up with a rat, looked it at our fireplace, gave it to us. We ate some, and then he said he was the 3rd war chief, I think, or the 3rd champion.
He was
He was the 3rd gung ho gun.
He's like an emissary of it or something.
I don't know.
You could continue from there.
Yeah.
Yep. So as you guys were kind of on the long road back, that night you guys kind of set up camp and were sitting down when a goblin approached, like you said, and he kind of offered up a meal. And for those who were kind of more experienced, realized that this was a goblin method of parlay. So accepting, because it's a single lone goblin, he kind of cut it up and dressed it and cooked it in front of you all before, and it offered each a piece as he also ate it, and then he kind of sat down, and you could watch as he did state that he was here to talk on behalf of Snarlsfang.
I give the piece to Gift because it's Rat. He's a pseudo dragon. Kind of.
He kind of gives a little glance around, and kind of he kind of moves a little disjointedly and kind of seems very nervous. He's like, "So, what are your terms?"
I looked at Sildor, we didn't really thought this out. Ideas?
He made us a nice little, rat flay. Let's talk to the guy.
Pistols at dawn.
That's a terrible idea, bro. Let's not do it. Because I think only one of us can shoot a pistol.
I mean, only one of us is trained with a pistol. Anyone could shoot it. Doesn't mean you're gonna
shoot accurately most of the time.
Oh, he kind of does a little exhale, and you can kind of see him start to meditate before his eyes kind of open, kind of 1,000-yard stare, and several voices come from his throat. And you hear, "Gracious of you to offer Snarlsfang this parlay. There may not be many words before this one's use is done." And you watch as the little goblin's eyes widen in horror as the voices within kind of speak. "Valerian is a trickster. Snarlsfang knows this, but lacks what you have. Do you wish to negotiate for the helmet?"
What?
Helmet?
Helmet?
Oh, they want the goblin helmet of goblinness.
We don't have that.
We have a helmet?
Snarlfang gets this. Snarlfang can help you destroy the warping stone.
Shit. Time to go back into the tunnels, my boys. Wait, actually, no, I have a better idea. So is there like a time limit to give you the helmet, or like is like right now is saying when we're done?
Snarl's Fang says it depends on what you want done.
Okay. Sildor, what do we want to do with this? I mean, I can get us the helmet back pretty quickly, but like terms.
Personally, I really don't want to give the helmet to goblins.
Revos can jump in. You can jump in as well, Revos.
I'm just a war chief. I'm not chief. I leave the non-war stuff to you guys.
Cool. So one for no, one for I don't care. Well, if we did give it to them, what would you view as a fair trade?
Snarl's Fang helps you fight them. Is that not fair?
I was asking Silver. We're trying to debate what we want out of this.
I mean, we dealt with the helmet once. It wasn't fun. I'd hate to see what it would be like to give it to a goblin that can do that. Like,
I mean, I think it's like pick up and leave and be like, 100 years, don't come back. I mean, like we don't have it on us right now, so like we can't do anything where they need it right now.
Snarlfang understands this. Snarlfang says one last thing. You leave goblins alone, goblins go back. This war is fruitless. But
I mean,
either you slay Valerian or goblins must continue.
so we've got like 2 options here: kill the vampire dude, or give you the helmet, or neither. Take 3 options. I mean, like he was like kind of on the list of things to do already, so.
I mean, we've killed Valerian once and it didn't take. So unless you know how to make it take, I don't know.
I'm going to look into that.
Or well, you guys killed him once and it didn't take. I wasn't there.
I'm going to look into that and see. I'm pretty sure I can make it so he can't regenerate and then put him in an ironclad box and shove it deep into the middle of the ocean. Or into like a separate dimension.
You kind of see a little bit of blood dripping out of the goblin's nose as he continues to speak.
Yeah, this isn't gonna happen.
Valerian, outsider, is making a warping stone. We do not know where it goes. But we fear that if it's complete, that includes the danger. Valerian has cast aside the orcs and the scorvers and the gobs. He favors his own measurements.
Which are. Sorry, you said Transmutant Measurements?
The goblin, you can kind of see the goblin like stuttering a little bit. It's on machines.
There we go. Okay.
It still takes time. You have quite some. This is why Snarl's Fang talks with you.
Poor little thing's losing health.
Yeah, he's dying, so might want to wrap this up pretty quickly. I mean, like, I'm down to kill the vampire before they finish the stone. How long do you think stone take to finish building? Like 1 week, 2 weeks, a month, tomorrow.
You can see the goblin kind of staring. There's not much emotion, but does you almost get the feel of the voice thinking. It is unclear how long.
Huh. Okay.
Honestly, this feels like above our pay grade. I mean, we're just killing shit on behalf of people paying us. This is like entire faction of war wants to trade sides or something. Like,
Snarlsfang agrees, but dwarves rarely communicate to us.
Oh, yeah. We can work on that.
well, yeah, we can mediate. We do that shit all the time.
When you get, if you get him, he drops a. His hand kind of reaches up as he draws a little symbol onto the map. I know, just drag a symbol out there so you can see. So don't you worry.
Of the sanctuary. Symbol. Is it the door? No, that's a tavern. Nope, it's Snarlsback.
When is a door not a door? When is a snarl?
Yep. All right. So, weird looking door. Where we're going. Got it.
Old dwarven hold, we reside.
Yeah, so there isn't that place that you were holding out in and then you fell back?
Looks familiar.
Okay.
We must go. We graciously accept your parley and will not hinder you further. With that, the goblin kind of just kind of passes on out as you see him kind of collapse to the floor.
Is he dead?
Yep.
Poor little guy.
Poor little guy. Oh no. Well, anyone else got anything to do tonight?
I got something very important to do. Sleep.
Yeah.
Ah,
Right. Full rest.
okay.
Let's go.
Well,
Yeah, you guys could go ahead and take a nice full rest.
do you have that thing that I talked to you about ready, presents, or should I save that for a different day?
You can.
I've got a 5th level, so I should probably do that tonight. Figure Misty Focal. I press button to cast spell.
You
I love
did press button to cast spell.
I love this spell. This spell is so fun.
What would you like to do?
I'd like to speak with the being that is Copper.
Okay. How would you like to shape the creature's dream? Or do you want to do a deception style where you enter their dream and see what's going on?
Let's just be on like a really big plains. We'll meet there. Because that doesn't require...
Copper's dream of rose gold sheep.
I don't know. It's kind of dangerous to enter other people's dreams. I don't want to like jump into a war zone. Be the only one that it doesn't take actual damage. Or take actual damage. That'd be kind of scary. Die in the dream, die in real life.
You poop in your dream, you poop for real.
Knock, knock.
As you go ahead and cast a spell to Copper, as he kind of rests his head in deep sleep, you come to and shape out a series of planes where you could see Copper is this kind of more large creature, kind of basking out in the sun. Its wings kind of curled up as it's just kind of resting there before it props its head up and kind of tilts its own head at you and looks around, kind of almost trying to guess at what's going on before it like gives you another look.
Man, I'm so glad this actually worked and I didn't like end up somewhere else. Or it just didn't work. That'd be kind of sad.
What happened?
It just gives you a nice long look as it watches.
So does it just look like a bigger version of Copper?
More or less. Looks like an ideal, maybe its own ideal form.
Ah,
You may not like it, but this is what peak copper physique looks like.
that's what that was going through my mind. Oh, wow. So this is what you really look like, huh? What you want to look like? This is kind of the first time I've done this whole thing, so excuse like the wordness.
First times for many things amongst us.
He talks. God, that's
And it kind of also looks a little confused.
you've never done this before, huh?
I don't dream.
Oh, yeah. That this must be really weird. I have questions about you, Wayland. I was wondering if you could answer some of them for me.
It kind of just tips his head forward.
Um, what are you? Like that should be the first question.
I am a Tressum. You created me.
So I'm trying to understand how I did that.
All I know was darkness before the voice of you binding my name with yours.
So that's how that works. That's nice to know. How do you feel about the vampire guy?
As I have always felt, you have taught me to seek and skill on your command.
That's nice to hear.
So long as you breathe, I will fight. I will fend for you.
What happens when I die, for lack of a better term? Do you go back into the dark void, or are you just wandering around the world?
You have lived longer on this world than I have.
Yeah, that's
What
true.
happens when you die?
I
Where
don't
do
know.
you go?
That's a great question. I don't do that philosophy. That's too much work. Oh. I got
Where
nothing
do
else.
we go from here?
Um, I mean, like literally, I think we're going back to the Dwarven City, unless the others decide they want to do something else. And from there, I don't know. We're kind of at like an impasse.
I don't like the dwarves very much. They're small and meek.
What they lack in size, they make up in ferocity and
And fear.
laws.
Hughes does not seem to be so ferocious,
There's always an exception.
nor do many of the dwarves seem to do much.
I'm getting that the more we go there. I have a really dumb question. Maybe you don't have an answer. Is Agnietta a normal donkey?
No.
Do you? No.
No.
No, you don't have an answer, or no, she's not a normal donkey.
Any other donkey is like food, but I am told Agnietta is not food.
I think yes.
I also feel Agnietta could crush my skull in without you.
Probably. She kicks open doors now. I mean, like that happened recently. Well, it was a pleasant chat with you. I'll let you go back to sleep now.
Could you put prey out here for me?
Of course. Any particular prey?
Challenging. It is only a dream, isn't it? And you can kind of see Copper gets up and its nails kind of, or its claws kind of flex out of its palms. And it kind of looks dangerously excited.
Smaller versions of the saurian that we just fought will appear. I mean, basically until it gets tired, one after the other. Because challenging, that seems to be the most challenging non-humanoid-esque thing we fought recently. And I will go to sleep now.
You go back to sleep, and as you kind of are leaving the vision, watching Copper basically hunting and stalking and prowling and toying with its food.
Oh, that's always nice. He's growing, learning.
That's adorable. And
It
terrifying at the
is.
same time.
It should be. One of his forms slows you, the other one stops you from gaining health, and another one's just a dragon. I feel like we've reached almost peak scariness. Now we combined all three of those.
We gotta do the demon next, right?
Oh God, no, God! There's so many scary high-level demons that I could summon.
Turns into a Balgara.
You have the stats of a Bulgar now. I'm leaving. Concentration string for an hour.
I have those, so whenever you want, sure.
Okay. So once we get level 10, I don't lose concentration from getting attacked on conjuration spells. So basically, it's just there for an hour unless I decide to get rid of it.
Have I even gotten to do any of my summonings? Oh yeah, once, and it was immediately dispelled. But I gotta.
You guys stepped up.
So the night passes, everyone gets a nice long rest, and the next morning kind of breaks over into torrential rainfall.
Cool.
So as you guys kind of pack up, putting your hoods and sacks together and slop through the mud.
I cast umbrella. No, I'm kidding.
You just continuously have a mage hand above you holding up a tarp.
I mean, that's lame. I'm going to catch.
Gift is sitting on my head with like his wings out, right? And he's like a hat.
Yeah.
Poor Gift gets downpoured on, and you're like, good job, Gift. So where are we headed? Back to Bel Tuldir?
Yeah, I want to get paid. Right, we just freaking killed another chief.
All right, we will set you back to Bel Tuldir.
Now, did my bullets get used up in that fight, or are they still there?
I think you shot like once.
That's right. No, I shot.
Yep.
I did shoot once. I shot one poison bullet. The question is, am I now down a poison bullet?
You should be. Are you not?
Did I have 10? Because I have 9
Okay.
now.
Yeah, I think you had 10.
Okay, cool. It works.
Ooh, there's a tavern at the door.
What? Oh,
And
there
there's
is
a
a
guy.
door.
There's a guy down here wearing a cloak.
Yes. If you move over to those spots that you see symbols, you could definitely do it. The dollar mark one is Adrian's little quest. Yep, there you go.
I stepped inside the tavern.
There's
Oh,
people with stuff. There's merchants.
I. All right, I'll go back to the main map so we're all together.
You don't have to be. You can do whatever the hell you want. However,
I lost my token.
your token's still in the.
Oh no,
You have to go back out to the door.
I thought I did. Oh well, I'm gone. All right, so what are we doing, guys? Getting paid? That sounds like a good idea. Let's get paid.
Sounds like something to do. I don't know what I'm gonna do with all that extra gold, but I'm sure I can find a way to put it to good use.
You guys do make your way over to Toral, and eventually, over the next course of a couple hours, you do gain an audience with him. He will go ahead and pay you each 500 platinum.
500 platinum.
Okay,
What the fuck? Okay.
we're doing a great service, my friends.
Jesus. Revos is like,
We should sell most of the junk in the party inventory.
We get how much money?
I heard 500 plat
that's what
Yeah.
I heard.
each.
Sure, for the group each. Jesus.
Yeah, you guys defeated 2 big bosses, and they eventually did alleviate enough pressures on the wall and like defensive to let you actually, you know, to actually pay you.
Get paid properly.
Yeah.
Am I able to break this down into change?
Yes.
Alright.
There are people out there for you to change out as much as you need.
Wait, so a plat is 10 gold, right?
Correct.
Yep.
Uh-huh.
Basically, it's 5,000 gold.
Oh shit.
Alright, so I'm gonna hold on to 100 plat. And turn the rest into 4,000 gold.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
And then I'm gonna turn a couple thousand into silver. Actually, I have plenty of silver and copper and gold.
Hayes has the copper. Yeah.
I have lots of copper. Copper is everywhere. Copper never leaves. Speaking of which, I also have 503 copper pieces. So, what's the plan, guys?
Well, I mean, do
What are we
wanna
doing?
Discuss
I mean-
Snarl's Fang shit with the queen.
We're more or less
General?
sitting on like, a warlord's ransom. Like, I don't know what else you guys would want to do.
Yeah, I know, like, there's the Gnarls Fangs being like, hey, we could do this thing. So, do we want to talk that through with the queen?
1 minute.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm back.
That wasn't a minute.
Where were you?
Ah,
That's what I was thinking. Talk to the queen about it. You know, like, hey, the gobs want to go home.
yeah. What's that going to take?
You guys can send your ring for an audience with her, but till
Don't
she
know.
sends one back.
We're kind of. Yeah.
Yep.
I want to go to number 2 and talk to this guy.
What's that?
You got people on the map, so I want to go to number 2 and talk to this guy.
Yeah, if you can hover over it and you can see what their name is, and then I
Okar,
can.
Format, Tankard, Foam Tankard.
Yes, that guy. I thought I had a whole note for this place. Where did I put it? Okay, apparently I don't. Here it is. Yeah, Oscar Foam Tanker was one of the people I think that was in the little meeting you had beforehand. So as you kind of come in, he gives like a slight bow and he kind of twitches a little bit before he just kind of stares at you as you walk in. Not really talking and just, giving you a look.
Uh, I don't know, just you have this dude listed as a merchant, so I wanted a merchant. Nice.
Oh, yeah, he lets you over to some of his wares. Where the place that you're kind of in right now is like a fighters guild, except they practice the way of silence and are known as silencers.
Cool. It says this dude is a movable rod.
Yes.
That I do.
Damn. Do we want a movable rod? Hey, Hades.
No, I've saw something else that I'm far more interested in. I'm going to have an army.
He's also got Eyes of the Eagle.
Yep.
Yeah, they're a set of spectacles that seem to change their zoom.
Oh, is this the thing that lets you see like a mile?
Yes.
That's cool.
Guys, we should go to the theater and see a show.
I totally want the immovable rod. It's all of the money I just got. I'm getting a movable rod.
Rebos would totally be down for seeing like a show, like considering that performances and dances and whatnot are kind of his tribal jam.
All right. One for the show.
Question, Prez.
Sure.
So this merchant here, it just says that he's selling a, oh God, where was it? He's selling a spell scroll first level. Is that just any spell scroll first level, or
Which merchant? What's his name?
Ulfgar Greybeard?
Yeah, it shouldn't just be a spell scroll. I should really have something else there.
Yeah, it doesn't specify which scroll it is.
Yep. Give me a second and I'll throw that on.
hit the button. Did it work? Or did I have to...
Which button?
To buy the immovable rod?
So you need to change. You don't have enough gold. It goes to gold first.
Oh. Let me fix that. I mean, it pulls up the details of it when I hit the button.
You gotta take the little grab or the little dollar sign.
Yeah. It says... Oh, I thought the dollar and the I were like one thing. They were two things.
Yeah.
I have an immovable rod now.
Okay.
All right.
He's also got plus arrows,
So-
but that's useless to me.
I have a question. I have mithril chainmail and mithril chain and masterwork chain.
Okay.
Which one is better, guys?
Mithril chainmail is made of mithril. Masterwork is just masterwork.
So I should sell the masterwork one.
You could also kind of look at the price.
Yeah, I know. The mithril one's worth 1,575 gold pieces. I see that.
So you do what you want to do, man.
Yeah.
Rivals, the scrolls are in there.
Yep, just got it.
Ooh, floating disc.
I feel like Revos would have fun with these guys since they're like a fighting guild or whatever.
Prez, you may want to take a look at those scrolls again.
Uh-oh. What did I do wrong?
They're free.
They are free. Cool.
I mean, I'm more than happy to take free scrolls, but I have a feeling that wasn't intended.
No, you think that, it would generate easily with that, but I guess not. Let me pull up.
Because
Go on.
because Rebos is totally grabbing that spell scroll of floating disc.
They are 60 gold each.
Nice.
So I just set the one, and I'll set the other. There you go.
Cool, cool, cool.
Excellent. Well,
Calculate your gold. It actually puts a 0.5.
or it also puts a 0.01 worth 0.01.
Yeah, everything's calculated via gold, which I'm fine with.
All right, so in the party inventory, there is a
Oh, yeah.
blowgun,
Cleaning day.
2 halberds, a lance, a maul, a spear. We just get rid of all that.
I don't need it.
Carlos, do you want any of these things that I just mentioned?
What are you? I'm sorry, I was looking at my own list.
Yeah, 2 blowguns, a dagger, 2 halberds, a lance, a maul, and a spear. Do you want it?
Rebos is kind of set up on, like, between his glaive and his Oh, did I not put in his other weapons in here? I mean, I don't use them, but yeah, Rebos is
Okay.
good.
I'm selling them. So,
Oh yeah, that's right. I picked up a trident.
yeah, you used it to pretty good effect.
Yeah, I was like, slashing's not doing it. Maybe I need to get direct to the point.
Dagger, blowgun, halberd.
Alamar.
That
Yeah.
is for Adriana's little side quest.
Yeah.
You're welcome to go ahead and walk into there, but they're not going to want to talk to you.
No, I was
Okay.
just I saw like it had the blank token symbol, so I was
Yep.
like, wait, is that a store or is that a
Since we're doing spring cleaning, does anybody need armor? Otherwise, I'm just throwing it all.
right? Revos is just kind of like I've got my semi-permanent armor, just like I am blending with it.
Okay.
I can only use light armor, so unless you got
There's-
medium armor that is light armor, or light armor that's better, I'm kind of
I
stuck.
have masterwork padded, studded leather. I don't, what's chainmail normally? I think chainmail is normally heavy, so it's medium.
Chainmail's medium.
Is it? Is it?
I'm pretty sure it is.
I
That
think
just reminded me.
Armor.
Yep,
fifth
yep,
edition.
it's
have-
medium.
I have normal studded leather, so is there something better?
I have a pair of mithril chainmail.
No. Actually, chain shirt is medium. Chain mail is heavy.
Yep. So I've got medium armor that's mithril chainmail +1.
That's too heavy then, because it's medium.
All right. So I'm going to burn the rest of this.
Yeah, I have normal studded leather, and I can't wear medium armor unless it's something's done to it to make it not medium. So
So I think I hit the click. I think I hit the take all button.
speaking of cleaning
You
shit
took
out,
the one.
Okay, just making sure. All right. Shields. Sell.
Warlock got medium armor.
no, Reed had it because I took the feet.
Oh.
Everyone was like, "Why are you taking the feet? That's so stupid." And then I had like a magic chest plate, and I was like, "Bitch."
We also have a ring of warmth. Like I should ask.
I mean, we need that for cold places, right?
I mean, yeah. I'm selling 11 art objects.
I
But
have
I should sell those to the art object dude.
I have weaver's tools. They're not really worth much, but I also don't need them.
Is it you? Are you the art object dude? Nope.
So, Kelric, it doesn't matter who you sell to.
But I would feel better if only one dude has all the art objects.
Yeah. Just sell to the generalist.
Yeah, Greybeard. Hi, buddy. Have 11 art objects.
Prez, what's the house rule on rings? Only one ring for each hand, or
Yeah, what
You
is the
can
house?
have as many as makes sense.
gotcha? So I can,
Oh,
so I
four?
can totally bike her up and have like a ring on each finger if I really want
Sure.
to.
Okay, that's
So-
nice.
That's why I ask. Some people are like, no, there's only one slot per hand.
I have 3 potions of water breathing.
So I'm not gonna worry about like you do. I'm not gonna worry about tuning or stuff like that unless it's absolutely broken. I might go like, yeah, certain items don't mesh well. You can't have 3 chest plates.
What? No.
But I can buy a medium one, a large one, and an extra large one. Just stack them on top of each other.
Okay, so then do we want to split up the party inventory money as well while we're here?
There's no party inventory money.
That's because I had to sell anything from my inventory because I don't think I can sell from the party.
Yeah, you can't. You need to actually have it set as yours.
Oh,
Yep,
did
so I'm
we
going to
we
put
dissolve the party inventory?
nope. I took all the stuff on accident, so I'm giving everything back, and then I'm putting the money that I earned into
Yeah,
the party.
you could go ahead and click on that if you ever want to put stuff in or take stuff out.
Gotcha.
Um,
And
how
then
do I,
there's Kelrick's and Warwick's bags of holding on the left-hand side. So if they ever want to do stuff, they got their
can I put,
separate inventory.
how do I put money in there? Is my question.
You don't.
Oh, that sucks.
Just can you type it in or no?
Uh, where?
In the top, like you don't get boxes to type in.
No. I have money. There's inventory and there's the money pieces, but I can't access them.
So you just tell me how much you want to put in it, and then we'll just do it that way.
2,000 gold pieces.
Okay.
That's the money that I earned from selling all the shit. And I'll just take 2,000 gold pieces out of my inventory.
Yep.
No, I don't want to get rid of all of it, just the two in the front. Then also the the 0.15.
So that's just 1.5 copper pieces.
One copper piece. I don't know what I sold, but it went for one copper piece.
The tankards. No, that wasn't it.
Oh, well, I sold it, so it's gone.
Oh, the whetstone.
Oh, okay. I don't know why that. All right, there we go. I've sold all the shish, and now there's 2,000 gold in the party.
Nice.
Yeah. So we could split that between 6 players. There's a
Oh,
button.
it does
for
work.
that. Yeah.
Wait, what did you just do?
I was testing the ring of impact.
Oh, okay.
Just in the mechanics. I didn't just shoot off the freaking.
In the middle of the city? How could you, Sildor? All right. So we're gonna go watch a show at the theater. Is that what we're doing?
We could.
Oh, okay. I read this line 50 times and it finally clicked. For every charge I expend with the ring in an attempt to make a strength check to break something, I get a +5. So if I expend all 3 charges, I get a +15.
Exactly.
Gift could break someone's face and put it on.
Holy shit. Hey guys, do we want to sell the crystal scrying ball? We can buy one. We can buy one for 50,000 gold.
Oh dear.
Yeah. What? In the guy in the bottom.
Oh yeah, he has the scry.
Why did I focus in on a stick with a chest on it in the top left corner?
Oh,
I don't. What?
I did that, but you could hover over them. You should see what it says. It's just people's inventory slots.
Yeah, that's the staff.
I can't interact with them. They just say they're uninjured.
Oh,
And that's the staff. You can't open it. You should be able to open the party inventory, which is the box on the
Okay,
right.
party inventory opens.
Yeah, the other two are personal items that you
there you
should
go.
Is the ring of warmth the item that we got for the people? Like, you just called it a ring, or what the fuck? The dwarves. When we were in the cave, we bought like a lantern of warm radius. It's like that. Just did we just put the ring as like the placeholder for it?
I don't remember you guys buying that.
Or did we just get a ring of warmth from somewhere?
I don't remember where you got it.
We might have got it from like murdering all the orcs, because I got a bunch of shit out of like one box. So I don't know. We got block and tackle, a lute, a flute, a pan flute.
padded armor. What does padded armor do?
Ooh.
It's the shittiest armor. It's like
Alright.
disadvantage and 10 plus your dex or some bullshit like that.
It's an 11 plus your dex, I think.
You. Ring of feather falling. Ring of protection. Now that I could use. Too bad I don't have money.
How much is it worth to you?
Apparently 3,500.
I have just that.
It's worth +1 to AC for me, is what it's worth.
Yeah. Well, I'm done buying things for now.
A U wand?
It's just a wand made of you.
Yes.
It's made
The
of
same
me.
stuff we make bows out of. You. So what's the play, guys?
I don't know, because
Did Revlos look in the tavern for fancy alcohol?
I didn't go crawling yet.
Is that what we're doing next?
well, I've in the months that Sildor was separated from you guys, he's like raided every tavern for the special alcohol. It's not here.
You guys, what you would like to do.
Potion.
Unfortunately, I didn't turn the. I don't have. I want to make a list of fucking alcohols that you can buy from the people, because that'd just be hilarious.
Yes.
List of food and alcohol.
Oh yeah, I wanted to. How can I sell off shit?
If you want Ulfgar Greybeard at the docks, would just buy everything. He's probably the easiest one to sell off to. You could sell to anyone, but
Wait, how do I
his
do
is
that?
the most cluttered. Hmm?
I'm just wondering how do I do
Click and
this?
drag, I think. Right, Kellic?
What? Yeah, you just click
Sell
and
it.
drag. Yep, have your inventory and their inventory open, and you just click and drag, and the menu will pop up, and it'll tell you how many and what the price is.
Because I'm just gonna ditch this sewing kit or these weavers tools. I don't think we need it, and if we do, Thal will just make them again.
Yes.
That was worth 0.5 silver? What? Oh, 0.5 gold. What the fuck is 0.5 gold?
5 silver.
Okay, okay.
To make everything easy, instead of it having to always calculate and figure things out, it just goes straight to gold.
Fair enough. Wasn't expecting a lot out of it. I was just like, wait, 0.5 what?
Yep, when you sell, it's, half value.
So we could sell the scrying orb for 25,000.
Yes, we could. I don't want to though. It's very helpful.
Yeah, no, it's come real in handy.
I now have 2 elemental gems, so I can summon 3 things onto the battlefield. So
My
wrong.
books of remembrance didn't make it over because the game doesn't know what the fuck that is. I think I had 2 of those. I'll just change my one book. I'll change the book
No.
into.
Here. I got you. I gotta go over to equipment, loot. There you go.
Oh, cool.
And they're actually priced.
Also cool. I'm not selling them. I was just looking through. I was like, where the fuck do you go?
Yeah.
Riveting.
Yeah, the books of remembrances were manufactured by a Kindle.
Ah, yes, a Kindle. Very famous mage who many centuries ago made these books after he died, before he died by the vampire living in his house.
Adele Dazeem.
Vampire you guys have never found.
You're right. We're never going to find him either because we're not going back. Ooh, Barton. Man, I love Foundry and how it just does walls. It's so nice.
Yes. Revels, while they're perusing, is there anything you're up to?
Um, Not in particular. I perused by the Temple of Strength. Uh, the rings did catch my eye, but Revos feels like if he didn't, it would just be too easy to gain the protection like that. He feels like he needs to train and harden himself before before taking on extra precautions because he's already well armored and theoretically should be able to fend for himself. He's just strolling around the town.
Okay. As you're kind of strolling, there are people who catch your attention, kind of talk and gossip about what you've been up to, what rumors they've heard of the mighty Revos.
Oh yes, that's right. I forgot I was famous.
Yeah, you threw yourself a little competition. People still remember it, and so a few of them are still asking when the next one will be, and they stop on the side of the street to get their painting done with you. It's a lot harder than it is in modern day. You actually have to stand there and wait.
Very nice.
But otherwise, it's a pleasant stroll through the town.
Have like my own personal scribe, just constantly have a scroll while I'm having a stroll.
That almost didn't sound right, but yes.
Something like that.
And Kelrick and Sildor up to much, or just kind of also perusing?
I was perusing and selling shit and stuff for a while, so
On the first day, just perusing. If we go into multiple days, I'd probably just go back to smithing.
yeah, if we go in multiple days. But I spent a lot of the first day selling all the shit from party inventory.
Right.
I am going to be training Gift with the immovable rod because I want to be able to oh, we need to get up that cliff. Gift flies up, turns on rod, flies back down, gets rope.
So the only thing I will refrain with the immovable rod is it must touch a surface.
Okay, good.
I mean, that's fine.
I figure it's the easiest, yeah, but it still has to touch a surface. You can't just have it floating in midair. It has to have something to connect to do its basically magnetic properties with.
It's fair. I don't mean just in the just in the sky. Just like
I know.
oh, there's a cliff. Gift flies up with a movable rod with a rope attached to it. Click.
It's more my in lore speculation that yes, it has to actually be connected to a surface.
Makes me think of that picture. The dude looks at his dog, says "stay," right, and the dog's just chilling there, and then he says, "in this point in
And
space," and the dog starts floating away.
yeah, stay exactly where you are. That dog would be creamed into blood because exactly where you are in relation to what?
A point in space that we moved away from at 4 billion miles an hour.
Exactly. But is it the point of space as to like the center of the universe or the center of the multiverse or the to what point?
Center of the world.
The point of existentialism? I don't know.
Yeah. Oh look, you got yourself a little spam bot.
What?
You can buy followers, primes, and viewers.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. Another bot.
I always wanted to risk my illustrious Twitch career by engaging in a bot.
Hey, yo, how much for you to piss off?
250. I needed to buy me some Loch Ness chow.
I thought Twitch's like new fucking lockout policy thing was supposed to stop bots like that. Like you have to have an account that exists for like more than 6 months to talk in my channel without like verifying.
Yes, but that's where the phishing scams kind of come in. You send out a few billion emails and you get a few hundred to actually do it, and then you can turn them into bots.
Oh, so they hide you, right? They're jacking people stuff.
Yeah. That, or they just have these accounts already set up and just lurk.
They just set up new accounts every day and wait 6 months before they can use them.
Yeah. All they need is one or two people to click on it to make it worthwhile.
That is some dedication.
Yeah, but you just set up bots to make the accounts and bots to wait till they get verified and bots to do this and bots to do that.
What is an elemental earth gem? That sounds fun.
You throw it on the ground and surprises happen.
Throw it on the ground.
I don't need your handouts. I'm an adult.
Surprise, mother.
So what are we doing, guys?
What do you want to do? You do have the rumor to go back to Volberg Bog.
Yeah, let's go back to Frusty's home. Wait, guys, I have a brilliant idea. Let's go to Frusty's home while he's not here and fix it so it's not disgusting.
Where the hell are the damn tieflings?
That's a great question.
I forgot about them, to be completely honest. They're here. They
That's
arrived.
We've
They've been helping with the war effort.
Yeah, we've been doing other things recently, so it's okay that you got... They're assisting so they can become normal elves again, not be hunted to the death.
At least in Photoron.
Yeah. We'll burn the other bridges when we get to them.
I love that saying.
That bridge when we get to it.
Yeah, I love that saying.
In this case, it's going to be literal.
So we know there's 2 vaults. That's true. But I mean,
I don't think we
how
understand.
long until the queen feels like
really?
talking to us, right? Because like, oh, let's go leave to a vault, and then we get back. Queen wanted to see you 3 months ago. Wait, what?
Yeah, I kind of feel like we need to wait for her. Because like, I upset her on our first meeting, and so I'm trying to like be the good kid and like not get yelled at anymore. And you two.
After you sent the ring and everything, the message to kind of like, hey, awaiting your summons. You got 7 days before she actually responds.
7 days, okay.
I spend 7 days smithing. How much money do I get?
At Revlos, you want to teach me how to fish?
I thought you would never ask.
I have a fishing rod and block and tackle already. I have all the stuff. I don't know how to do.
I mean, it's pretty simple in execution. It's just like think of it as kind of like a reverse snare trap. It's like the thing's the same. You put the bait where it's going to land, and then you just have the loop that pulls up the prey when the moment's right. It's just a matter of whether or not your loop is in the water, or rather, in the loop with the water with the hook, or rather the noose is in the ground around some. Either way, let's head down to the water, and we'll give it a go.
Okay.
Are you being taught how to fish?
Yes, this is what I'm doing for 7 days.
That's hilarious. I love it.
I still want a folding boat.
Go find one, or make one, or have Warwick make you one.
Yeah, Revos will, for the next 7 days, happily show Kelrick the basics of fishing with a rod, and offer some spear fishing lessons as well, and just kind of like do a couple different methods. More or less with the philosophy of, our ancestors, you know, fished because they were starving. We get to fish because we like to, and we still get delicious fish out of it.
Yeah, fishing.
I mean, Hades can just like shatter the water and get off fish in a barrel.
What?
Okay.
No,
Yeah,
that
no dynamite
Where's the
fishing.
sport in that?
That's mean.
I could also technically attach a dagger to a string and telekinesis it through the water, catching stuff.
You just make like one of those like popcorn garlands, but it's just fish on a line with a dagger at the end of it.
Yep. Now I'm gonna learn how to actually fish, and then I will magic the shit up later. I learned the basics before you change how the game works.
Go ahead, Revos, and roll me survival as you go ahead and teach Kelrick how to fish.
Yeah.
You gotta pop out the character sheet here because it's too small on my other monitor. Survival go. Jesus.
It's not really. You've always taken fishing to be instinctive, so actually having to describe something that you just feel, it kind of baffles you, especially a killer who has never fished before and has had other studies. And he kind of looks at you baffled as you describe these things.
It's kind of like step 1, draw a circle. Step 2, draw the rest of the fucking owl.
Oh God, yes.
First, it's
Yes.
SpongeBob.
My sign language
I
class.
start with a fist. First, I start with a face, and then I just remove some of the detail, then I remove the rest, and I got a circle. Right, so I just have to draw a detailed face first before I draw a circle.
It was like learning sign language in college. 101, this is cat. This is dog. 102, hands flying everywhere. No one speaking. What the fuck?
That sounds very, very confusing.
It was very frustrating. Like my
Yeah.
102 teacher was a fully deaf individual who believed that full immersion was the way to go. But my 101 class was like just learning basic words. There was no conversational like
The
context.
way I understand it is full immersion is actually very beneficial for most people. But that being said, it's most people. And also, it's context. But, so, Keller, you don't get the best lessons, but go ahead and roll me a survival at a disadvantage. Yeah, it shows.
7.
It shows. As
I
you
did what?
guys spend several hours of the day throwing your lines out. Revel's catching fish, but poorly teaching you as you get your line caught a few times.
I
Causing
blame
you-
Revos' fans distracting him at every opportunity.
Mhm.
That too. People seeing you coming and fishing, fishermen coming on up to do that like that old man thing where they kind of step up and are like they want to talk, but they don't like want to talk.
They don't want to
But they're
start.
like watching. They're like watching you doing everything, but they don't say anything. And then they're like, when you give them like a look or oh hey, oh, and then they just like go on to like this rant about whatever they wanted to talk about. About like you in line and oh have you tried this and that and you're like yes
Cool story,
shut up
Gramps.
exactly
Lots of
but
splashing, scaring them away.
yeah but eventually you guys do get these summons from the queen to show up and Sildar you make
Um,
it's not been the best of weeks give yourself like 5 gold
you okay?
yeah you only spent a couple of days, and the material, you know, you had a few failures, you had a few successes, and you got some things going. Uh, but as you guys go ahead and enter in to speak to Queen Dritger, she kind of she kind of just pulls you up into her audience chamber and kind of sits down with Torall nearby, and she goes, "All right. What is it? I heard that you slayed Merngar, the Riptide priest. So what is it now? What is the summons about?"
Well, thank you for your audience, Your Grace, of course. Two of the three war chiefs have been slain, and the third one has reached out with a proposal. We felt that it was worth at least bringing up for you to spit on or agree to, whatever you wish.
Mm-hmm.
Kelrick,
She
what
kind
was
of
it?
just hums.
Kelrick,
What? Sorry.
you're up, bud. What was the proposal?
Well, they from the goblins.
Yeah.
Oh, they want a helmet in exchange of fighting the leader of the encroaching army with us, or we don't attack them. They won't attack us. They just leave once we kill the guy in the platinum armor. Or the
The
guy
guy
in
in
the...
the platinum armor.
Yeah, well, so we've discovered a few things since the last time we talked. He is an ancient vampire who's trying to summon in the three shadows and gain other bound under his control to fight Oblivion.
What the hell is Oblivion?
I don't know. From what he described, it's a giant world-ending thing that changes the age
Can I
and wipes
like?
out all my... Yeah,
Can,
still knows more than I do.
wait, can we just like say that I explain the Oblivion stuff so we don't have to talk
Yeah,
about it for like an
yeah.
hour?
Yeah. You go over what Oblivion is, that every 1,000 years, as melodramatic as it sounds, Oblivion tends to reawaken in some way. Though even your own knowledge, given, you know, the eldritch knowledge you have, is kind of fuzzy on this particular scenario. But you go over exactly what kind of happens that in each age, either they did try to fight it, but in the last age they actually had what they call the creation war, where they actually tried to stop it and failed. But she kind of just gives you a look and goes, right, so we're done for in about 150 years, is that it?
I mean, hypothetically, we could probably change that, but let's focus on the next problems and save the later problems for later.
What are the now problems? We gotta get them a helmet, so one of our blacksmiths can make it.
Oh no, they wish to have a very specific helmet that we had recovered from goblins year ago? 2 years ago? How long have we been here?
Year and a half? Like year and a half.
The helmet makes goblins into like an actual threat, which is why I'm wary about actually giving it to them.
So where is it now?
Where did we put it?
Did we give it to the trader,
Oh,
or
yeah,
did we not?
We gave it to that dude so that when we were going down, we weren't taking it with us.
I mean, we could probably find him again pretty easily.
Dude, you just gave away the helmet they're looking for to a trader.
It was the guy who gave us good stuff.
Other magical items that yeah.
Where was this trader? This
In
merchant?
your tunnels. In your tunnels.
Did he give you a name?
Yes, he did.
He did.
It's been like 2 months. I don't remember. I, as a player, have no idea what that name was anymore.
I don't do names
You
in real
want to
life.
make
I
an
would love-
intelligence check.
I would love any sort of check. Yes, please. Thank you. 5. Let's see.
I'm
6.
going to say, no. Yeah, you kind of forgot.
Oh. How about the other 2? You were both there. Silver got a gun.
Yeah, give me a second.
Don't leave this all on me.
It was just an intelligence, right? Not like a history or anything. Not that
Intelligence. It doesn't have to do with history. It has to do with your character actually remembering.
Oh, that's right. I have the new band of intellect.
He introduced himself as a tinkerer. If you recall that. I don't remember what name I gave him. That was a while ago for me, too, the DM. But
it's me, the DM.
But since everyone else doesn't remember the name, I'll make a name when it comes appropriate to it. But you kind of list off you met a tinkerer underground, and you remember he's also a demia. In which case, learning that, the queen kind of looks at you and sighs. So, tinkerers trade with all folks.
Yes, but this particular tinkerer expressed an interest in getting as far away from the war as possible.
Right.
Nice.
Demia trade with the orcs and goblins as well. They're a most savage folk.
Well, from my understanding, he didn't want to give it to the goblins, so it's probably not in the goblins' hands if they're asking for it from us.
As I understand.
And the goblins are asking for it, which means they definitely don't have it.
Yes. You still would have to find him.
Well, I mean,
that's just something that we do, finding people.
That might, I could probably find out tomorrow where he is.
How would you go about that?
Scrying or talking to him in his dreams.
Right. I forgot that you're one of those elves.
Yes.
Alright, make it so. Do what you think is best. But if we get that the arcane gate destroyed, that is our main goal.
They offered to do that for the helmet.
They offered to destroy it.
Yeah, the goblins don't want to participate in this war anymore. It's unfruitful, I believe they said. And their leader has turned away from using them to using his own gates. It was kind of a weird conversation.
And they don't know where the other end of the gate is, but they don't want to find out. They think it's bad. They think it's so bad they're willing to turn on this guy. Supposedly, assuming they're not lying to us just so they can get the helmet.
I mean, obviously. There's that risk with everything we do.
Okay. She kind of shrugs and stands up. If that is all, we'll end this little chat. You understand my wishes, though, as I hear, you've already been paid. In which case, we want the contract fulfilled.
Of course, Your Grace.
At least we're in understanding. And she kind of stands up and leaves, leaving you with just kind of Toral. And kind of like, oh, that was much better. She's been in an awful mood as of late. So, what's the plan?
I'm still wary about giving the goblins the helmet. It made normal goblins into a problem. I don't want to know what it'll do to an intelligent one.
So not give it to them and just go and blow up the Warstone. That's another option, because they did say that if we don't, attack them, they probably will attack us. And I'm more willing to risk that than give them the magic item and see what they do.
I mean, we should still get it, right? We don't want it to end up in the hands of some other random group of goblins. But
I mean, yeah.
But
what are we going to do with it when we get it? Because we were just kind of holding on to it for a year.
Well, we'll just keep holding on.
Okay.
We'll stick it in a vault somewhere. I don't know. Oh my god, imagine if we just left it in a bounds vault. We go in there.
Sounds like maybe not kind of idea.
It's safe behind all the guardians that keep people out of the vault.
Yeah. I mean, that's a brilliant idea. Wow. Sure, let's go and find this guy, get the helmet back, and then go blow up the Warpstone.
I guess. We're gonna need a lot of things that go boom. We want to blow that thing up. I give a wink and a nudge to General.
Right. What do you need?
You're the expertise. Well, you're rolling back. I imagine you have an expert in making stone go boom. What will we need to blow up a giant stone thing?
That can be arranged. We'll get you some good blasting.
All right.
With the goblins kind of thinned out, the orcs lacking their leadership, and we just need to kind of pin down Valeria and wherever else other thing. You know what's going on. We just got to do a few.
I have a terrible idea.
Okay.
We could just do what we did last time, Sildor, but instead with a bunch of dwarves around to fight.
With a what?
You remember what we did before we went and fought the orc chief?
You're half cut out for me, so I have no idea what you're doing.
What we did before we fought the orc war chief. I'm not saying what it is because we're in front of him, and that'd be terrible.
I straight up don't remember. I don't understand what you're talking about.
We
next,
summoned.
I don't get.
We brought him to us.
You what?
We brought the vampire guy to us.
Oh.
Let's just do that with a bunch of dwarves around us to fight him.
I mean, now that we know what he is, we could make a magic circle that works.
That would hopefully detain him for a period of time before he broke through or teleported out of it. Yes.
At which point we would just need a lot of damage and a lot of things that would specifically hurt what he is.
Which is why they're looking for him. We have them come with us. They have a bunch of guns. They just form a circle. We bring him, and they just shoot.
I mean,
and someone here sells the oil that we need, so we just need them to give us their supply.
Just make a bunch of radiant bullets and.
We can also get the cursed oil that affects Anthema, because that gives +3 to the damage roll and attack and damage. It makes it more deadly. And then radiant and stuff. Yeah. I mean, that's an option if we want to do that.
That is an option.
But he might not come.
Yeah, he could also just not show up. Well, he said he'd show up. I don't know. We'll find out, I guess. We just need to be properly prepared.
What is the players wanting to do next week so I can properly figure shit out?
I want to do Adriana's stuff.
Yeah, I'd love to do that, but we don't know if she's going to be here or not, so...
I'm also really tired and kind of want to take a nap.
I mean, I'm fine with calling it here if this is all we can get done today.
There's no reason to force it.
Yep. That's why I'm just kind of asking what the players would like to do next week, so I can set that up.
So we need to do Adriana's stuff if she shows up. I shouldn't say that. That's a mean way of saying it. If she is able to join us, we should do her stuff. We got to hunt down what's-his-face and get the helmet. And then Hades wants to think about prepping the hell out of an encounter with Valerian and then just call it Red Rover and his ass on over.
Yeah, that's my plan. I'm going to make Copper a dragon. Dragon Copper is going to be radiant damage on him. And a bunch of other shit. But yeah, no. Prepping the shit out of it's going to be something I'm doing.
Lots of radiant, lots of high to hits. A circle that actually contains what he is.
Maybe we'll have more than one circle, so he has more trouble getting out.
50 circles that contain what he is. A location.
50 seems like fair. A location that's wide.
Yeah, location to do it in. Not doing it in the city.
Do they have Coliseum outside of the city?
No.
That sucks. They should do that.
Why would you build a Coliseum outside the city when you can build it inside the city?
So that when you summon deadly things to fight, they don't do it in the city where they could get out?
Nah, that sounds silly.
Sounds smart.
So, doing Adriana stuff, hunt down the helm. You guys still want to try to hunt it down for Snarl's thing?
Well,
as an option.
Have it, right?
Yeah, in case we need to take that option, we have it. So we'll find the helm.
If he sells it to someone who sells it to someone, or gets killed and it's taken, then that's bad.
All right. You still have the Dalamar encounter, which is Adriana's stuff, and I do have Valerian kind of set up.
Well, you have another week to work on it.
Yeah, and there's still Volberg Bog. I mean, you don't have to go there.
Okay, it's
when I make mentions, I gotta be able to put out,
We're waiting for Frucy. It's Frucy's home. It'd be rude of us to go there without him being.
All right.
Because he has to make that wish to get his wife back.
Yeah, but we'll kind of end it here. I think Thal's about to show up, which kind of sucks, but.
Ooh, that's.
Yeah, he said.
If
55 minutes ago, about an hour ago.
If Alexia comes with him, we can keep going.
Yeah, so why don't we just end it for now, and if we need to, we'll just go back in, because we can at least do some stuff. How does that sound for you, Revos?
I'm sorry, I was
zoned out?
You
got... Yeah, I gotcha.
What were you proposing?
So Thal said he'd be showing up, 10 or 15 minutes ago, so I'm not sure if they'll be able to make it, but we're going to kind of call it.
Yeah.
If he does show back up, you guys want me to ping you, and we can at least do a little bit of Adriana stuff?
Yeah, we can do that.
Yeah, just keep me in the loop.
Yeah, we'll just we'll do that way.
And
yeah, works for me.